So let's turn it over on this side. So on this side, we're just practicing our subtraction strategies. And so you can do whichever one you feel like is best for you, whether it's like catch and count or using your number line or whatever. So let's do some together. Let's do 16 minus 2. So if we catch 16 and count back 2, we go 16, 15, 14. Okay? 17 minus 5. Well, I know that 7 minus 5 is 2, and then I just have the 1, so the answer is going to be 12. What about 8 minus 4? I know that that's a doubles, right? So this is going to be a 4, and since I didn't subtract anything from the 1, I just put that there. Okay? Let's do 12 minus 8. So this one would take a long time on the number line. So let's start on 8 and count how many hops it gets to take to 12. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So the answer is 4. 20 minus 9. Okay, so we might want to just use our number line for this one. So start on 20 and count back 9 hops. What did you land on? It's 11. Very good. Okay, so 15 minus 5. We can do our 10 strategy there. We know that 10 plus 5 is 15. Or you can use your number line if you're not sure. So the answer is 10. Okay, now look at the next strategy. The next one is 14 minus 7. What do you notice about that? Because it's the strategy that we were just talking about. So it is 7 because it's the doubles. Now 16 minus 12 seems like that's pretty far to go on the number line. So why don't we do the opposite and start on 12 and see how many hops it takes to get to 16. So start on 12 and then we say 13, 14, 15, 16. And the answer is 4. Very good. Okay, 18 minus 17. So those two are neighbors on the number line. And if two numbers are neighbors on the number line and we're subtracting, the answer will always be 1. You could take the time to do it on the number line. It would just take a while to count back that many. And we have that strategy knowing that if I'm subtracting neighbors on a number line, then I know that the answer is just going to be 1. Okay, 15 minus 3. What would be the best strategy for this one? Yeah, probably just counting backwards. So start on 15 and count back 3. What did you stop on? 12. Same with 19 minus 2. Start on 19 and count back 2. What did you land on? 17. Good. Now 20 minus 7, we could think of this as 10 friends. So what is 7's 10 friend? It's going to be 3, right? So since it's not a 10, we're going to make it a 13, like that. Okay. All right, boys and girls, good job on your work today. Nice work. Hi, boys and girls. Please put your name at the top of your paper. So we have been focusing a lot on our subtraction strategies, and this is going to be one of the last ones we do. It's called backwards doubles. So all really that we have to do is be able to recognize these numbers, these even numbers, and think about what they're, and recognize their double. So I know that 6 plus 6 is 12. So then the opposite would be 12 minus 6 is 6. So really it's super simple. All we have to do is once we recognize the double, we just write the other part. So 18 minus 9 would be 9. If 7 plus 7 is 14, then 14 minus 7 is 7. So then what would 20 minus 10 be? It would be 10. Very good. 8 minus 4 would be 4. 4 minus 2, what if that's a backwards double, it's going to be 2. 16 minus 8 is going to be 8. And 10 minus 5, what's that answer going to be? Is going to be 5. 2 minus 1 is 1. And 6 minus 3 is going to be 3. So this is a really simple strategy for us to remember. And when we spy them, when we're doing our work, then we don't have to use a number line or any kind of counting. We can be more fluent.